Hi, my name is Emma. I'm 21 years old and I come from Italy. And I moved here in London this past few months because I wanted to experience the big city and the environment and opportunities that comes with it, especially because I study photography. So I think this could be a good opportunity for me to engage with the big world and the metropolis. I started taking film photographs because I feel like it was a way for me to go back to the essence of making photographs. When you shoot film, you go back to work with elements like colors, lights, both when you film and also when you go back to the dark room and you see the magic happens. So I think it's the whole process of it makes it very special and very interesting to engage with in photography. I like to photograph people because I really like the interesting dynamics that the camera creates. It's a new, different way to approach people that you may know and not know, and it creates feelings that you don't experience in daily life. I don't know, it's hard because I do a lot of projects, photography, so it's more than a moment. I like to capture complex things. Also, I like a bit of mise en scène, a bit of building things. But when I'm around and when I choose things that I want to capture, it's usually things that speak to a sentiment of that period. I think a lot, like, different people carry inside different feelings and sentiments, and when they see those feelings reflected in the work, they kind of feel a connection, and the photographs can help making that connection feel more tangible, and also to be a memory of that connection that you feel from your inside and the outside. Oh, oh my God. I hope they feel very understood. Like, I don't want to approach big audience. I really like to find a few people that are like very that understand completely the kind of image that you create, the sensation that the image is able to bring out. And I guess also this could be the same that what I feel when I go to exhibitions, and you feel like it's hard to put into words because it's something that happens inside, and it happens very rarely. Like when you go to museum, it's not always that you feel that amazement and also deep understanding with every other artist that you find at the museum. But then you find that one, and that one feels special, and I think, yeah, it's enough. I feel most alive, as I said before, when I photograph people. You feel like a tension when you hold your camera to another person's face and they look at the camera, and you look at each other, but also you're not looking at each other, and you kind of like get into other people's life, and you take it home with you. So it's, yeah, I think that tension, that sensing and getting closer but also not closer, so it's an ambiguous situation that makes you also reflect a lot about life, yourself, and relationships. As I came here, I was a foreigner, so I wanted to get close to the city and the life here in London, but also I always felt like I was still like looking at it from outside. So I tried to intrude as much as possible. And when I happened to meet people around who were up to being photographed, I just followed them to their apartments, and they introduced me to their own private spaces. So I was there in their apartment with my camera, looking around and walking through their spaces and just feeling so inside but also outside at the same time. And those two guys were some of the people who hosted me in their homes. So now for me, they're not friends, but they're also not strangers anymore, because I can look at them in the eyes every day through that picture. And yeah, that's interesting, you know? Photography is always helpful through getting through these moments. As I said before, yeah, this kind of making connection with people through photography, but also happens that I felt like very lonely and I wanted to get out of the house. So I happened to take my camera with me and go to some pretty spots in London and just experience the place with no time, like not looking at the time, and just appreciating shapes, colors, and lights, and capturing them with the camera. So yeah, it makes every moment more thoughtful, more intentional when you have your camera with you. When I go back, yeah, I think I want to be more intentional with how I navigate the space and people. Uh, since I left, I grew a lot. Like here in London, a lot of experience helped me grow in both art and as a person. So I will look at Italy in a different way for sure, and it will be like looking at, you know, an old photo album, and just revisiting the memories and the places that I lived with in my past years, and also, yeah, finding something like a true connection that maybe I wasn't finding before. No, no, I don't think so. I think when I approach artistic languages, I'm pretty open and fluid to what works best with the feelings and sentiments that I want to convey. And photography has always been one of the recurring one, and I think it's always been very appropriate on how I want to approach the world and people, because of how, you know, that connection is. So yeah, I don't think it will ever fade, for sure.